2, the Cone Racing League CRC Tier 2, Round 10 around Japan. Qualifying will be shortly underway. As the usual format, long qualifying lasting about an hour, and then 50% race lasting just under an hour. So that's about 8 to 9 and about 9 to 10. Should see some good action around Japan. Some great overtaking opportunities. And certainly a fun track to drive on, those S's at the start. Okay. Yet to see anybody go out on track. I'll quickly set this up. Everyone in the pits for now. We'll see who comes out first. At the moment, not seen any movement in the garage. Only movement is that of the Ferris wheel. I believe we have a full grid. The last two Tier 2 races, there hasn't been anyone to commentate on. I've been unavailable, so I got a concussion 1 week, and was unable to do the other week. And none of the other commentators have been able to either. Who's that first driver? Destructor or Captain Nick? Captain Nick. Follow him through his outlap. Well, I'm doing much better now. Pretty much back to normal. Got 4 drivers, oh no, 7 drivers out on track so far, another in the pit lane. So, we've only got 1 Mercedes, but apart from that we've got a full grid. One of the AlphaTauris joined last minute. Although the guy who I just saw join, he's a Mercedes driver I believe, so hopefully he will be able to get in. Okay, coming towards the final chicane to start his lap. Let's see what time Nick can set. As long as no one comes up the pit lane, it looks like he should be fairly clear from traffic on their formation. Sorry, on their outlap. Here he goes. Taking turn 1 flat, braking for turn 2. Very good line there. Holds it, a little bit on the grass, nearly loses it, just keeps it. Coming through the S's. A bit deep into the first one, and that's cost him in the second one. And he's crashed. So that's not going to be able to set a lap from that. We'll now follow McConey. He's going to be our first one to set a lap now. And he's got a bit wide on that one. Also appears to be slightly leaning on his brake a bit. That's not going to be good for his tyres. Needs to be careful which pedals he is pressing. Yellow flag in sector 1. Don't know if that was for the Nick going off or not. Here McConey comes through this hairpin. Get some cheeky overtakes done there. Sector 2, the sweep and what hand it can be good for some overtakes before you go into spoon. Be very careful not to go wide, that green stuff is going to make you slip off. You don't want to be spinning in a field this close. Nope. Into the last sector now, through 130R, and into the final chicane. More time to get in that last chicane, but let's see what time he can set. A 1:29 flat. See what our next man can set. It is an Alfa Romeo Tobes, a 128.2. And then, I believe, a Ferrari of Crago. Was that an outlap by him? So, Devil's Nightmare going to be the next man to cross the line. He sets a 128.6, slotting into second position for now. Destructor setting a 128.5, 4-star 128.4. It's quite a close field so far. Everyone within a second of each other. Sadistic King now towards the line. 128.5. 4 thousandths ahead of Destructor there. Super Garbo 128.7. Sorry, 129.7. Crago 128.4. Let's try to find a driver who's off through the lap. JD near the end of his lap. Coming towards the line. He sets a 128.5. Right in amongst the field there. Nello, which I think Safi is his name, gets a purple middle sector. Looked to be a decent chicane for him though. See what he can do. This might be a good time. Where is he going to slot in the board? A 128.7 into 9th position. Of course, 15 drivers will be going through. Williams fairly near the start of his lap. Coming through the S's. His teammate's currently at the back of the order of those who have set a time. Let's see if he can help bring Haas up. Got a purple first sector. Ooh, he's gone wide there. It's going to cost him some time. Comes to the hairpin, completely misses the apex. He's got one of the racing points just behind him, just out of view. Ooh, and Destructor set the fastest lap for 127.6, as Williams goes a bit wide there. He comes into the last sector now, through the chicane. Let's see what time we can get. It's not going to be the best lap in the world, but it's not going to be too bad. He sets a 129.3, so 2 Hasses at the back of the grid at the moment. Not good for them. The Williams of Wheeler now, as he enters the last sector. See what time he can set. A little bit of lock up there. A decent last chicane. Quite far down though, a 130 flat. That puts him at the back of the order now. I'll follow Jack. About halfway through his lap now, coming out towards this hairpin. Ooh. Corrects himself. Goes wide. I think he's going to be on an in lap, so not going to follow him. Try and find someone who's on their lap. Warrior Hunt's going to be... Oh, he's validated. Okay. Captain Nick. Near the start of his lap. We know who's going to be the first man out. He went off the Suzuki S's at the start. Goes up on the curve a bit there. See how he can do, using all the track limits on both sides. Looks to be a good corner for him there. The Williams making sure to stay well up the way. Here's the 2 AlphaTauris ahead of him. And they're both on outlaps, so hopefully they'll move out the way, or choose to stay ahead. Sadistic King happy with his lap in Q1. Chooses to retire for this session. The AlphaTauri. Keeping to the left, making sure not to be side by side through 130R. As Captain Nick gets a purple middle sector. Let's see if he can challenge Destructor's time, and if it's going to be McLaren 1-2 in Q1. And it is. Oh no, McLaren 1-3. 128.2. 6 thousandths behind Tobes. So very close up front. Clerpiar now, one of our race winners. Let's see how he can do. Only 13 thousandths up so far. That's just one sector and there's still 2 more to go. Nearly losing it there, just holds it. And he gets himself a purple medal sector, 3 tenths up. That looks to put him into 2nd position. So let's see if he can get a good last sector to match that. Because if so, he's up for a chance of getting up onto that. Very safe zone. He is up into 2nd, 128.1. Be happy with that lap, won't need to improve that. Right, we watch Warrior Huntsman on his lap now. Still 4 people to set a lap, and 3 of them have invalidated their current lap. Going completely over that curb. Doesn't invalidate his lap. We're coming towards the line. See what he can set. It's a 129 flat, 13th position. Could be safe, but might not be. Chris Panda notorious for only doing 1 lap in each qualifying session. So let's see if that'll pay off here, or if he's doing a last to first attempt. Liverpool fan now. He comes through these S's. Let's see what time he can set. Goes wide there. Does not have too much more time to set a lap. He's gonna have to be careful. Around Suzuka, there's quite a high chance any driver will crash. I know that the Structor isn't always the most careful of drivers, but we'll see how he does. He does seem to be one of those that when he practices he's lightning quick, and when he doesn't he's quite a dangerous driver to be around. So it looks like he's practiced here, and should be good. Seems Liverpool fan was struggling around that right-hander. Looks like he's got a controller. It's not going to be great around a track like this where you want fine movements. Precision, yeah, the precision really helps here. Nope. Through the last chicane now. Let's see where Liverpool fan will slot in. Needs to get a 120. Ooh, 129.7. Follow him. And Annie has invalidated his lap. His hair. Let's try and find someone who's on our good lap. Safi might be. Slight bit of oversteer at the exit of that corner. Nearly half a second down now on his lap. Apologies for that coughing. I meant to mute myself. Annie, not much time left to set a lap. Only invalidates it. Chris Panda just started a lap. We'll watch him. The Structor still with that lap, drastically quicker than everyone else. Got half a second lead to the next closest man. See if Chris Panda can get that fastest first sector. Looks good. It's not the fastest. We'll see how he does. Just certainly have a unique qualifying strategy of only allowing himself 1 lap. Well, that seems this time he's left himself a bit more time. comes towards Spoon. Gets the curb, turns in a bit late there, misses the apex. It's a decent lap so far, but it's not the quickest lap we've seen. He does, however, get a purple middle sector. It's a bit deep into that first corner. Gonna lose him a small amount of time. See where he comes. 1:27.8, a very good time up into second. Wheeler battling to get back up into the top 15. Currently the slowest time. Let's see if he can improve that. He is 2 thousandths down in his time though. He'll have to make it up in this last sector. He does need to make up about 7 hundredths, so it doesn't look like it's going to happen unless I made a mistake in last sector 3. No, unable to improve his time there. The AlphaTauri comes towards the line. Appears to be out of fuel. That's a bit of a problem. Should have came into the pits there to give himself another chance. Liverpool fan taking an interesting line. Thinking sure to stay out of the way of the AlphaTauri there. Actually, yeah, Warrior Huntsman hoping to set one last lap. Currently the driver in that danger zone, P15. Follow Warrior Huntsman round then. Just 3 corners left, and then he'll be starting his lap. Through the final chicane. Slightly deep there. Might have cost him a little bit at the start of this lap, but not too much. Nothing he can't save throughout his lap. So ideally, needs to gain at least 3 tenths. But then anything more than that will gain him plenty of positions. It does seem to be the mid to low 28s where most of the pack is. Looking good through these first corners. Managing to keep close to the curbs. Misses that one a bit. Doesn't cost him too much time. Doesn't have to slow down. It's about a 10th down in this first lap. Goes wide there, manages to hold it. This is his last lap, so he's going to have to push and give it all he can. Super Gabby won't be making it through to Q2. He'll be starting 16th or lower, same as Wheeler. Still quite a few drivers out on track. Let's see if Liverpool fan or Annie can move up the order. Warrior Huntsman 6/10 down off his fastest lap now. Doesn't like to end the lap. No, he's pulling out. He wasn't going full throttle there. Assuming he'll be coming into the pits. Yep, in he comes. Liverpool fan now then. Currently just starting 19th position. There we go with 28.5. Pulls himself in and pushes Warrior Huntsman out of Q2. So this does look to be our final order. So people getting knocked out are Warrior Huntsman, Super Gabu, B Wheeler and Annie. And apologies to any of you if that is not how you say your name. And then we should be moving on to Q2. There should be a very close battle looking at the times here. From 15th to 6th is only just over 3 tenths. So we'll see how that ends up turning out and which drivers get knocked out. Who gets a shot to go for that pole. Although at the moment the pole does seem to be a competition between 6 drivers, and 2 of those particularly shining. We'll see who gets it in the end. So we'll be moving on to Q2 in about a minute's time. But yeah, Destructor and Chris Panda so far looking to be the strongest drivers around here. 4-star Claire PR, Tobes and Captain Nick not too far behind them. Soon be moving on. We'll try and talk more, but I've got a bit of a cough. I'm fighting back at the moment. Bit of front wing there. Seems the AI can't drive. Here we go. Moving through into Q2 after we'll have a quick look at the results of Q1. See which drivers got knocked out. We will have been having 19 drivers as one of the Mercedes got a race ban. So Warrior Huntsman will be starting in 16th, Super Garbu will be starting in 17th, Wheeler will be starting 18th, and Annie will be starting in 19th. So not one team that's had both drivers knocked out. The Hasses certainly do not seem to be doing the strongest here. We'll see how they do throughout the race though. It's always possible to have a bad qualifying and then pull it back in the race. But yeah, it's this battle in the middle I'm looking forward to. Very close drivers. Should create some very good racing, and certainly when strategy kicks in. You can see whose strategy is better, and if they can get undercuts, overcuts, just past on raw pace. Let's see which driver is the first to head out. Okay, Craigo about to head up the pits. Don't know if anyone else is. He's looking to leave his garage. Here he comes. And if anyone has a request for me to follow a specific driver through qualifying, I'm more than happy to oblige. Here we go. Craigo and Liverpool fan, the first two out on the track. It's the 2 McLarens behind them. They're actually 4-star and then the 2 McLarens. Liverpool fan warming up his tyres up ahead. Still saying Toad's got fastest lap, which is both incorrect and outdated. So I don't know why it's still doing it. I will try and get that gone. No, doesn't want to go. Okay. Right, we'll follow Craigo. Starting on the medium tyres. The tyres on the board at the side will only update once the driver's completed the lap. So you won't see what tyres the driver's qualifying on, but only what tyres the laps have been set on. There we go. Turn 1 flat. Brakes a bit much there. Nearly turns into the curb. Manages to get a more grip on the line. Through the S's. Not quite hitting the apexes the way he'd like to. Certainly not doing too bad of a job. Decent line through that hairpin. Manages to get right near the apex at the end. Comes through spoon, manages to keep it off the green stuff. And just the same with the exit, right up to that white line but not going over. Let's see what time he can set. On mediums he'll be looking for a high 28. Maybe a low 29. A 129.7. So we'll see how that compares to other drivers. 4-star, straight onto the softs, a 128.6. Got the Structor, Captain Nick a 128.4. Structor on mediums here. Set the fastest time last lap. Oh, sorry, in Q1. He's just a 128 flat on mediums. That's not what he's doing, but he's doing drastically better than anyone else. Christian validated his lap. JD coming down into the hairpin now. Goes a bit deep. Can he come back towards the apex? No. Takes the wide line. Going to lose him a bit of time. Towards spoon. Good line through the first part of it. Slightly wider than you'd like for the second part, but good line through there. A purple sector 2. Turns in slightly early for 130R, but not too bad. And towards the last chicane. Looks like he's done well there for himself. Let's see what time he can get. 128.8. He's going to be looking to improve that time. Toes on the medium tyres. Didn't see how he did through sector 1. There we go, that's a decent line through there. Quite a lot of drivers opting for soft tyres, which is unusual. And they usually start with mediums and then move on to the soft Q2. There. Toe is very well used in the track there. Able to keep it off the top, but can still get plenty of grip. He gets himself a purple medal sector for it. Comes through the last chicane, let's see what time he can get. Gets himself a 128.3. For the second, it seems the medium tyre is almost as good as the soft. If those drivers good enough. Who is that? McConey, setting a 128.2. Clerpiard just starting his lap on the mediums. Driver ahead who just went wide. I think that's going to be McConey. Yep, stays out the way. See what Clerpiard can do. Looking fairly good so far. Goes a bit wide there. And Chris Panda about to cross the line. Or was he just started this lap? I think he just started this lap. So towards the final chicane. And he is going to get a... It's 1:28.4, so another decent time on the mediums. Slots him into 4th position. That's what I was... Chris Panda getting a purple first sector. So it seems we've got some very good drivers on medium tyres here. Destructor, Tobes and Claire PR in 1st, 3rd and 4th on the mediums. Got other drivers behind them on the softs. See if he can get a purple middle sector as well to match that first sector. And he does. Through the last chicane. A 1:28.5. Fastest lap in miles there. Half a second. Lead over Destructor, who's on the medium tyres. Four-star, 3/10 up on his fastest. That'll be looking to put him about into 4th position. Drifts a bit wide there. Able to stabilise it. He's got a Ferrari ahead of him. Can't tell which Ferrari it is, but they're on an outlap. He's now 8/10 purple. So now he'll be looking to challenge Chris Panda's time. The car there stopped on the side, because he's a Sadistic King. So we can force us going to slot into 2nd here. There we go, 2nd, and 1:27.8 on the soft tyres. Follows Sadistic King on his lap now, just started it. We've got a Captain Nick supporter. Captain Nick did very good Q1. We'll follow him on his lap here now if you want. About to start it. Had an okay first lap, certainly not as good as his Q1. So we'll see what he can do here. No, starting his lap. Gets a good turn 1-2. Comes through the sweeping S's. Looks to be getting some good lines here. Maybe a bit much on some of those curbs. Not compromising his line or speed too much. Through sector 1. 2.5 tenths up. That's looking to put him into 5th position. If he can keep that up. And if he can improve it more, he's going to be higher. Comes to the sweeping right-hander. Hopefully we'll see some great overtakes around here. Certainly got a nice action cam, if it gives you one. Into Spoon. Misses the apex a bit. Manages to keep it. So middle sector gains even more time. A purple middle sector. Now nearly 7 tenths up. That will put him challenging for 2nd, if not 1st position. So let's see where he's going to come. I'm going to put him on the front row for him. Of course, just Q2 for now. There we go, up into 2nd to 1:27.7. That's almost certainly him safe now. Jack FRS just going out the pits. Looks like he might only have time to set one lap here now. Liverpool fan and Devil's Nightmare might be wanting to start on the mediums, might want to try and improve their time. Williams at the purple middle sector, 6/10 up. Got another driver slightly blocking him. That's not good. He's going to slightly compromise his lap. This is going to slot him into around 9th or 8th position now. Ooh, up into 7th, 128.3. So that might be him safe. Let's see if he's pushing for another lap now. So this kid coming into the pits, he might not be able to get another lap out. If he does, he's going to have to get a quick out lap done. Follow JD. He's still fighting to get into Q3. Goes a bit deep into that corner. JD looking alright through there. Comes towards sector 2, let's see how he's doing compared to his time. It's 1.5 tenths down. Might want to start saving ERS if he's not going to happy to make this one. Looks like he's trying to push to get this one though, but he does need to gain more than just a tenth, at least 2 more. It's not enough to move him up. He's going to have to try and push for another lap round. And they Jack FRS currently looking to be in 15th, yet to set a lap. He's only got one shot to improve this. I believe that Claude Piard just improved his lap. Somewhere where I didn't notice, 4-star improved his lap as well. No, 4-star already had his lap. Claude Piard improved his lap though. Jack FRS through sector 1. Looks to be doing okay. Could have carried a bit more speed through there. Needs to be slightly more aggressive on the curves. Sadistic King, accepting he's not going to make it through. We'll see if Liverpool fan or Jack can push him down even further. The purple middle sector. Sometimes in these middle sectors it would just give everybody a purple for the same sector. I'm not sure if this is one of those cases. There has been an awful lot of purple middle sectors. It might be these drivers keep one up in each other. 128.3. It's right on the limit. Can Liverpool fan knock him down? No, he can't. Can Tobes knock him down? No, he can't. So Jack narrowly through into Q3. He'll be happy to get through there, but it does look like it's going to be Tobes. JD, Sadistic King, Liverpool fan and Devil's Nightmare will not be making it through into Q3. And Williams getting into 9th after almost looking like he wasn't going to make it through into Q2. So well done to him. Drastic improvement between the two qualifying sessions. Safi here with a bit of a spotty helmet. No, starry helmet. But that concludes the end of Q2. So yeah, between 11th and 5th is only just over 3/10. So that's the battle we're going to be watching. Give me a lot of... sorry. 11th and 4th. Only just over 3/10. And that's the battle where there's going to be the most action going on, I think. top 3 drivers will be whizzing ahead. We'll make sure to keep up with them. We'll see how it goes down. Some people are better at quali, some are better at races. This fun little train building. Oh, and the AI didn't fancy keeping the front wing. Toves AI feeling very aggressive after not making it through to Q3. The rest of them will be nice and civilised. Here we go. On to the results and then into the final run out for qualifying Q3. So yeah, Tobe's missing out by 23 thousandths of a second. The rest of them were quite far back, half a second back. JD, Sadistic King, Liverpool Fan, and Devil's Nightmare. Red Bull losing both drivers. And of course they might be wanting to do that and use the medium, hang back at the start. The risk of some carnage, going too wide through those first few S's can be quite risky. So we'll see how that goes down. We've got the same few people up the top, although a slightly different order this time. Structor just setting one lap on those mediums. Right, I think we'll be getting a bit of a wait before any of the drivers come out, but we'll see. Oh, Cryo coming out the pits. Because he's in first gear. Didn't see any other drivers in that gear. Oh, we'll see if any others join him out on the track. Giving Nick 3 laps. We'll see how long he lasts. I think he pulled that. Which track was it? Can't remember its name. There was one track where he was leading quite well and then spun off and caught a wall. But so far, Craigo, Clerpiar, Chris Panda, the first few to exit the pit lane. Being joined by 4-star and then one of the McLarens. So it's Destructors and the McLaren that's out. Now I've got Williams coming out as well. We'll follow Craig around to let him set a lap, see what other drivers can do compared to it. Here we go, Craigo through the last chicane. Let's see what he can do. Through the S's. Misses that curve a bit. You reckon it'll be Club PR? We'll see. I think it could be one of only 6 drivers at the moment. We'll see how it goes. Craigo going quite slow through that corner. Of course, it gives him good exit speed. Goes over that curb a bit much. Curb pushing him wide. Not an ideal line out the exit there. We'll see if he comes into the pit lane or decides to accept the lap. You're of course going to be sectoring purple sectors because he's the first one to do the sectors. He comes towards the line, he sets a 1:29.2. Clear PR. 1:28 flat. Chris Panda next. Chris Panda going up front at 1:27.3. Quite a wide variety so far. 4-star. Trumps it again at 1:27.1. Destructor 1:26.9. They just keep getting better and better. Williams now the last one on his first lap. Monaco is the one that all drivers look to get. Anyway, Williams coming towards the line now. Where's he going to slot in? Into 5th at 1:28.4. And Safi is retired. I'm not too sure if that's because he wanted to use mediums. I don't know what he used in Q2. We'll watch Nick for a bit. Okay, Nick soon to be starting his lap. Is McConey ahead or behind him? Behind him. Okay, let's see if Nick will win this or bin this. Nearly going too wide there. Needs to be careful it's not braking and acceleration at the same time. It's not going to be great for his tyres. Purple first sector. Looking like Nick's doing well so far. Certainly strong McLaren here. See what Nick can do. Certainly seems to have more supporters than any other driver here. Through Spoon. That looked to be a good line. Have to be careful of the accelerator coming out though, to watch it didn't spin. And a purple middle sector. Things are looking up for him. As long as he doesn't bin it here, looks like he might be getting pole. Of course, other drivers have a chance to improve their lap. He's a bit deep into that first chicane. Let's see what time he can get. 1:28.4. Seems that last chicane did cost him some time. Structor going nice and slow here. Don't know if he's hoping for slipstream off someone or if he's just kind of not wanting to start his lap yet. Just the McLaren's out in track at the moment. No one has somewhere. They're impossible to see on the minimap. It is in the S's. Structure just got the last chicane to go, and then he'll be out on a lap, trying to improve it. At the moment, he's got about 2/10 lead. He'll be wanting to extend that to guarantee that pole. The structural very smooth on his controls through there. Not pushing too hard on the brake or accelerator, just making it flow. Smoothness is definitely the way to do it. 3/10 purple here. Bit of lock into that corner. Hugging this inside line. Ooh, he invalidates this lap. Right, we'll move on to Williams then. Just in the first sector now. McLaren sounds nicer than the Haas. Williams 2/10 down in his first sector. And that's in his own time. Reluctant to go on to that curb in the middle of Spoon. As he comes towards this end of the second sector. Let's see if he had a good middle sector. He's better than his first lap, but not enough to pull back for what he lost in sector 1. See if he can improve his time. He can only just to 1:28.4. Not enough to get in the position, but enough to slightly increase the margin. So Forster here now. He'll be the one to challenge for that pole. Although he is 3/10 down in his own time so far, so doesn't look too likely unless he can get some very good sectors later on in his lap. A little bit of a wobble there. Watch Captain Nick. Roger, roger. Captain Nick about to start his lap. Looking good for the first two corners. Ooh. Oh, he's binned it. Can we see all of his front wing? I think he's lost some of his front wing. He has. So it looks like Captain Nick's got his position. Move on to Jack now. Yet to set his lap. Destructors on an outlap. I don't know if he'll be able to try and improve this. Jack moves up to P6. So that's Safu, Crago, Williams are definitely in their positions, as is Nick and Jack. So it's just about off the top 5 now. 4 stars finished. As it appears, Chris and McConey. Claire PR now. Oh, actually, he's not using his ERS. Destructor's retired. So I think that does conclude Q3. Destructor, 4-star, Chris Panda, McConey, Clerpiart, Jack, Captain Nick, Williams, Crago, and Safu. Listen to the nice engine sound of the Ferrari. And the race will shortly be underway. Make sure to keep a good eye on Captain Nick over the first 3 laps, as one of you reckoned. Right, now we're moving on to the race. So she should see some very good battles going on. We go Destructor with a 2/10 lead, and another 2/10 lead there. In fact, exact same gap between 4-star either way. This is going to be the close battle here. 6th and downward. It is going to be these top 5 fighting for the lead, specifically Destructor, 4-star. I think there were some others who were up there early on. We'll see how they do. And if Captain Nick can get some good laps going. Seems like a quick driver held back by this lack of consistency. So, moving into the formation lap. Should be starting fairly soon. Drivers are just picking their setups. There we go. First drivers put their setup. Okay, looks like we're about to be underway. Jack goes a bit slow off the line there. That is not Jack. That is Destructor. That is Jack. Right, I'll let you all watch Nick around his parade lap. A quick follow through of the grid on the front row, Destructor and 4-star. Then Chris Panda and Coney following them up. Clerpiart and Jack, Captain Nick, the Wonderful, as you all seem to find him, and Williams. 2 Ferraris taking up 9th and 10th, Crago and Safi. Toves, JD, Sadistic King, Liverpool Fan, Devil's Nightmare, Warrior Huntsman, Super Garbu, Wheeler, Annie, and the other Mercedes. I don't want to attempt to pronounce that. Suki, maybe. I'll say Suki. And again, sorry if any of those names were wrong. Am I able to get up? There we go, tyres. Destructor starting on the mediums. Most drivers on the soft in the top 10. Couple of hards, but on the whole, Yeah, 4 drivers on mediums, 2 on hards, and the rest are all on softs. The last cars are all lined up on the grid. Watch the lights. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 lights. And away they go. Jack getting a very slow start off the line there. Williams getting a good start, getting around immediately. Jack all the way down to 10th from 6th already. Instructor holding around the outside. Chris overtakes 4-star. Captain Nick still in 6th position. And I believe he moved up to 6th. Plenty of people moving around. Super Garbage dropped back a few positions. At the back of the grid. Sadistic King overtaking Tobes. Liverpool fan getting past Wheeler. She must have passed him earlier. 2 Red Bulls started 14-15. Quite a few neck and neck battles so far. Oh, we've got a safety car out. I assume that was for Devil's Nightmare, considering he dropped 5 positions. So it seems they've reshuffled the order. We'll see which drivers choose to pit because of their softs. Destructor will be happy on those medium tyres. Quite a lot of these drivers staying out. Captain Nick staying out. 4-star Clerpiar Marconi all pitting. Anyone else? Jack pitting. Appears to just be those 4 so far. Now, who else have we got? Lots of people pitted, didn't see them all. But there we go, Captain Nick up into 3rd. And it seems he won't be crashing within the first 3 laps. Unless he bottles it under the safety car. The order's a bit wrong on the sideboard because it's showing Williams there. That'll be fixed once they go into sector 2. As with the fact they're on lap 3, not lap 2. Hopefully. But anyway, currently our leader is Destructor. That'll be fixed once everyone's gone through a sector bit. There we go. That order can now be trusted. Apart from the fact it says lap 3, that can't be. But Nick choosing to stay on the softs. We've got 4-star Clerpiar, Marconi, Jack and Super Garbo all choosing to pit for new tyres. All started on the softs. Might have done better for them to have qualified in Q2 on a harder compound. Might have actually been further up the order now, but of course they didn't know that. Unpredictability of a safety car. Let's hope we don't have a restart like they did at Mugello. They are now actually on to lap 3. But McLaren's certainly doing well for themselves. I don't know what the constructors is like. Okay, so I'd expect the safety car to come in this lap or next lap. Normally stay out for 3 laps leading the field, so there might be one more after this, we'll see. Field all bunching up. And Super Garbu gets a 5-second penalty for a collision. Devil's Nightmare, that's not good for him. We'll have a quick look to see which drivers have got themselves penalties. Devil's Nightmare and Super Garbu both. You can see here the pit stops, those drivers that chose to pit. And a couple, Jack and Devil's Nightmare, pitting for a new front wing. Of course that was the right decision by them. And that was on lap 2, not lap 3. Liverpool fan also getting himself a 5-second penalty. Yep, the safety car's coming in this lap. See if Destructor will start holding them up. Hopefully a recreation of Mugello won't happen. Hasn't gone yet. Oh, there we go, he's floored it. Chris Panda already alongside. Captain Nick not able to get through. Good point of view of the battle though. Chris Panda up the inside of the Destructor. Captain Nick will be looking to capitalise on their battle. Low down the field, overtakes happening everywhere. Liverpool fan past JD. 4-star past Annie. And McConey past Suki. Also do some of our faster drivers near the back from that pit stop after the original safety car. Coney past Annie, Jack past Suki. All sorts of overtakes happening near the back. Oh, Warrior Huntsman goes wide there. Doesn't hit anyone. Oh no, he does. He hit the wheeler. So that's 2 drivers knocked out by that. So that piece of front wing there, I didn't see which driver that was from. That's not going to free the driver's race there. No safety car called, just a brief yellow flag. Racing continues with Chris got a 1-second lead. 2 McLarens looking to hunt him down. Nick does have the faster tyres here. He might be able to get past Destructor because of it. We'll see. I don't know if Team Orders will be enacted or not. I think some drivers do use them, some drivers don't, so we'll see. Never raced Destructor on F1, but I've raced him in GT. And he's either really quick or really slow and dangerous, and it looks like this time he's really quick, so hopefully he'll be keeping it nice and clean. It's battle low down the field here, they're all nice and close together. Coney getting on the grass with there, Jack going wide, Super Garbo get past him because of it. Not quite close enough. Warrior Huntsman back here, getting past Annie. I believe Warrior Huntsman's one of the people who went off. Ooh, had a little moment there. Tobes loses a couple of positions, I assume that means he went off somewhere. Oh yes, and there. That was Nightmare getting through. Craigo right on Williams' tail. We'll see if he's going to go for a move. Yeah, I'm with you on that. I think if Destructor played his cards right, he could have quite easily held on to that first position. Naturally, he's doing well to keep Nick at bay, because eventually his tyres will be better. Gregor not close enough to go for an overtake down the main straight here. Follows Safu as he tries to get past JD on much softer tyres. Of course, age is going to impact them sooner. So let's see if he can get through. Tobes pitting. Showing that collision that cost him a few positions also took out a front wing, which is very necessary for a good first sector to here. Warrior Huntsman on Jack's tail. He's got the tyre advantage. Seems the gap between Destructor and Chris has closed up a bit. Jack goes wide. And through goes Warrior Huntsman. A very nice overtake. Taking advantage of your opponent's mistakes. Almost textbook. It's Destructor now close the gap to Chris Panda. Chris Panda goes in the grass a bit there. And goes quite wide there. That's cost him a tenth or two. Captain Nick starting to lose on his teammate a bit. DRS should be enabled soon. I think he might be at the start of this next lap. So Destructor will make sure he's within that. Gets a bit loose through there, manages to hold it. And here we go, got DRS. I don't know if it was enabled before. That might be me being not observant. The field already starting to spread out a bit. Still battles going on all over the place. As Clerpiard gets past his teammate, JD. And Jack, was that a double overtake? No. An overtake and someone going into the pit lane, I believe. Unsure. Go back to this battle on the lead between Destructor and Chris Panda. As Chris Panda makes another mistake onto the grass. Although it does hold Destructor up a bit. It's a bit of apex parking. Ooh, got a virtual safety car. Devil's Nightmare, Pete just went off in the Suzuka S's there. It's not the same corner Bianchi went off, is it? No. Not far off. Right. That was a little bit dodgy. I'm sure JD is not going to be too happy about that. But Chris Panda's pitted. Destructor up into the lead. McLaren 1-2 now. Nello into the pits. See if Nick chooses to pit or not. Lots of drivers who started on the softs are choosing to pit now. Seems they're going to want to pit over the next couple of laps. Quite a lot of them taking advantage of that virtual safety car. Field spreading out a bit now then. Strategy starts to take in place. We are about to see quite a large amount of people. Ooh, Warrior Huntsman's gone off. It's not an affecting driver behind him. No one's close enough to capitalise. I think Jack might have got past him while he was off. In fact, Jack might have even assisted him off. I didn't see. So Chris is looking to get past Super Gabu. You know, Chris will be wanting to fight his way back up through the field. Qualifying shows he's a quicker driver. Let's see if he can do that in the race as well. So it seems to like going on the grass there. See if Nick is pitting. He's not staying out another lap. Haven't the other drivers in softs. Williams isn't. Sadistic King isn't. How about Liverpool fan? No, all of them taking the tyres round for another go. Chris Panda passed Super Garby while we were looking at them. 4-star alongside with JD gets past. And also a threat from McConey from behind. Looks like Claire PR might have got past Liverpool fan here. Battle going off 17th down here. Oh no, one of them is AI. But it seems so is Annie. Interesting method of racing. Let the computer do it for you. Looks like 4-star's made a mistake there. JD and McConey getting past. Is Chris Panda going to be able to? Not quite close enough, but of course if 4-star has damage, he's going to have to go much slower through Spoon here. Chris Panda goes a bit deep though. Chris Panda got a very quick lap at the moment. This might be the purple. These drivers on softs up front still not pitting, hoping to keep their clean air for the moment. So Chris Panda up into 9th, another position gained. They're still suffering from that traffic. They're looking to hunt down the next driver from McConey. He might not be such an easy pass. The gap between the top three getting wider all the time. Chris Panda looking strong. Is he going to go from this corner, or is he going to hold off to the next one? Two battles going on here, battle for 6th and a battle for 8th. This one's got a smaller gap, so we'll follow this one for now. Is he going to overtake here, or is he going to wait till the next straight? He's going to settle in behind for the moment. There's a bit deep through there. JD not quite close enough. I think Liverpool fans need an overtake to keep ahead. Chris Panda, he might be close enough to go for it into the chicane. If not, he'll have turn 1 using that DRS. Of course, Coney right on that borderline if he's going to get DRS from the drivers ahead. I think he was 1,000 short. Liverpool fan going into the pits gives JD a bit of freedom. Chris Panda, wait. Chris Panda does get through McConey. And Liverpool fan and Sadistic King pits. They were two of the drivers on the softs. Nick and William are staying out on them. Chris Panda sandwiched between McConey and JD now, although it seems he's only moving up through the field. 4-star will also be trying to get through McConey. Well, actually, no, I think we'll see which round that ends up being. I think McConey might be able to hold a 4-star on the superior tyres. But expect Chris Panda to be getting through JD fairly quickly. Tyres 8 laps newer and 1 setting softer. Looking for the move here. Don't know if he's close enough. Oh, there's been a yellow flag in sector 1. That's one of the Ferraris, Safu. Appears to have cost him a bit of time. Only pitting. What happened there? 4-star did get through McConey here. Chris Panda still not through JD. Chris Panda now going to be looking to get it done in this straight. Using his ERS. Doesn't have too much, but of course he does have a straight line speed advantage with that DRS. Ooh, JD going onto the grass there. Don't know if that was deliberate or a shove. Could have very much been just down to a bit of lag. Four-star still ahead of Mikoni after he got through. Yeah, that time's incorrect. Somewhere Nick is pitted, he's down to 8th. He's not in clean air, it's Super Garbo ahead of him. Should be able to get through there reasonably quickly. Although he might be held up a bit till he gets to the main straight to get the pass done there. This track only got one DRS zone. So plenty used. There's some lap traffic here that disconnected. Just ghosts. Perfect to drive straight with them to get the slipstream. So the driver's not quite brave enough. Don't want to sabotage the whole race for a bit of extra slipstream. Structural now pitting, putting Claire PR up the front pack. Structural dropping behind Chris Panda as well. Of course he's going to go until the end of the race. As he slotted in into 5th, right in the middle of the battle, straight into traffic, not ideal. Ooh, and he's got loose. Coney patiently waits behind, decides it's not safe to go for the move. It's a smart decision by him. No need to risk a race and one overtake. Structural looking for the move here. Takes the outside line. Looks like he's got it done. And he's through. And it doesn't look like Nick is going for the two-stop strategy. Although to be fair, it seems most drivers will be, because quite a lot of them pitted at the start. The Structure will be one of those few drivers who's already happy on the tyres they're on when we go into the end. The Structure will now be hunting down 4-star. Got that DRS, bit of a DRS train going on here. Coney's the closest to getting an overtake. Actually, it seems now Destructor is closing down that gap. JD getting a 3-second time penalty. Ooh, notice we're having a bit side-by-side action here. Williams sandwiched between the two Renaults. See if anything else is going to happen. Might end up quickly jumping back to that battle between the Structural and 4-star. I think the move's going to be made. Looking to get the move. Ooh! Side by side. A little bit of contact. Look at that for an overtake around the outside of Spoon. That is not something you do. Amazing those two for keeping it clean. Structural there, nearly losing it again there. Looks like 4-star might be able to get through. Destructor got plenty more ERS though. Might be able to use that to keep himself ahead. He's got the inside line, covers it off, and there we go, able to take the racing line through. Advantage with the S's, just keep to your senses. You'll be able to get through nice and easy. Clerpiar's the wannabe Captain Nick. We'll see how it goes. There is another safety car. Nick very well might be in a good position. I don't know if Nick... He might just be able to go to the end on those tyres. Clerpiar will have to pit fairly soon. He's going for another set of mediums who want to pit this lap, depending on where the drivers are and if he's going to come out in traffic. He's going for some softs who want to push on a bit longer. But around this track the walls aren't quite as close, are they? I'm sure he'll at least eat some grass for us. But at the moment he's in more or less clean air, trying to chase down McConey. It's on fresher tyres. JD here, got the DRS from 4-star. Might be challenging for that 4th. The Super Garboot pits. Puts them down to 12th position. This battle's still going on. Williams and Jack have managed to distance Sadistic King. They're still battling between themselves. Actually, it seems like Super Garboot's down to 14th. Spent even longer in the pits than I was expecting. Nick right on McConey. See if he can get an overtake. If there was ever a time he's going to send it in the wall, I think this might be it. He comes. He's using his overtake. He's got more. Going up the inside. Because he's now at risk of being overtaken again on the main straight. So it might be he's got that overtake and used all that ARS. Only to be overtaken again. Here. Oh no, McConey pitting. So Nick using all that ARS and now didn't gain any position, just a tiny bit at a time. Clerpiar still not pitting, happy on those tyres. Both McLarens doing a good job here, as are both Racing Points. Since these two drivers are AI having a neck and neck battle. These two are having a bit of a battle while they're being lapped by other cars. Because they can go through each other if they play the cards right. And Williams has spun. He's dropped in a few positions. Don't know if that was the cause of another driver or not. The two ghosts are passing each other. Back to the exciting race. McConey also now passed Williams. That spin's going to cost him points. Quite heavily so. Go up towards JD. Still looking to get past 4-star. Tobe's also passing Williams now. As does Liverpool fan. He hasn't spun again, is he? Ah, that looks like no front wing because of lack of downforce. Can I see the front wing from here? Yeah, he's lost part of his front wing. So he's going to be almost forced to pit on the track like this. That's going to drop him back even further. So that turn is potentially promising race. Into a not so good one. And of course on the tyres he was on he would have been hoping to go to the end. Ooh, our leader Clerpiar gets himself a 3-second penalty. That is quite significant. Of course it's unlikely he'll be leading to the end on those tyres. But we'll see what he decides to do. He's not currently in the winning position because of penalties. I'll have a look at how our top 6 drivers are doing penalty wise. Clerpiar 3 seconds. Chris Panda no penalty. Destructor 3 seconds. 4 start, 3 seconds. JD, 3 seconds. Captain Nick, flawless, not even a warning. So it is just Chris Panda and Captain Nick that are without penalty within the top 6 drivers. JD is currently losing on 4 star at the moment, both on very old hard tyres. In fact, JD's been on those tyres since the start of the race, as is Warrior Huntsman on those mediums. Club PR finally pitting, promoting Chris Panda to the lead. Chris Panda now will be making a dash for the line, I think. Of course, it's going to be hard for him to hold off Destructor. For the moment, he has tyre advantage, but of course, those tyres are going to be getting older. Be interested to see if Chris Panda does decide to pit or just decides to try and fight it off. Club PR pitted for some softs, but also we got himself a 3-second penalty. Warrior Huntsman now pitting. Seems they've all settled down now. Everyone's got their positions. We'll watch Captain Nick for a bit. No, cinematic cam. I didn't mean to do that. There we go. Oh, Sadistic King's overtake is stuck on. Huh. That's not a good thing to have. Although I suppose that's better than stuck off. So, Chris Panda does pit, as does JD, and Captain Nick up to 3rd. I should drive you off. No. Same things. Field now starting to spread out a bit. Nearly about a 10th going on here to grab that last point. So when Jack comes out, it's going to be 11th. Captain Nick up to 3rd, and he's going to finish on these tyres. He of course is without penalty. Destructor and 4 star I believe both at 3 seconds. So if Captain Nick can get within 3 seconds of 4 star, he does not need to pass him, he just needs to get close enough for that. Of course a lapped car up ahead, or a car to be lapped up ahead. I think it is likely, if he doesn't bin it, I think Captain Nick is going to get 2nd. Seems unlikely he'll get 1st, it's not impossible. Yeah, that gap does appear to be coming down slowly. Ones have we got? Chris Panda. He was without penalty, I believe. So it's looking like he's going to get 4th. Club PR getting the fastest lap though. That bonus point. And it might be to pull away from Chris Panda. If he can extend that gap to 3 seconds, he can guarantee that 4th position. Which is only an extra 2 points, but it's worth it. Every point battle for. I don't know who our championship leader is at the moment. I'll have a quick check. See if I can find out. Ah, this glitch. No? Maybe. No. So Captain Nick closing that gap down. It looks like it's definitely going to be down to less than 3 seconds soon. Although it does look like he's losing on the leader, Destructor. So Captain Nick at the moment looking strong for his 2nd position. Lapping the two AI drivers for the second time. An intense battle going on. Never did Skynet need so much processing power. Two Ferraris getting past each other now. Chris Panda setting the fastest lap now. Ooh, and Clerpiar right on Chris Panda's tail. Which must have mean that Chris Panda got past Clerpiar along with get the fastest lap. Some more traffic up ahead, and Captain Nick now within that 3 seconds. Oh, Clerpiar lagging everywhere. Saw that late qualifying from him. Did look like he was going to be going off, but just his internet. Jack actually. Oh, no, goes a bit wide there. Looking like he might be getting an overtake, but let the Dirty A get the better of him. Turns a bit early there, as a result has to go a bit deep. Captain Nick still closing that gap to 4-star. Let's see if Liverpool fan can get past Tobes, but of course Jack is on the best tyres of the three of them. Tobes on the worst, due to age. See if Jack can get through. Might be able to get one of them here. Ooh, nearly loses it, keeps it. Chris Panda another fastest lap now. And Captain Nick's lost some time to 4-star. Only a few tenths. See what Jack can do now. He's got one position done. Of course, they both have DRS and ERS, but Jack's got himself the inside line, and that probably is going to be enough. There we go. Liverpool fan pulls back. Jack takes that position. Captain Nick's dropped back. I think he might have binned it. I didn't see when that happened. But he's got past Clerpiar's got past him. And he's now a significant amount down. He's up to 5th and 3rd. Captain Nick has spun. Seems the podium was not to be. That side by side through Spoon, and Jack's got through. You're going to be overtaken again though. So Captain Nick what was a promising race for him. Looks like it's all gone to pot. Could have been looking at a second position. It's no longer happening. Tobes got quite a compromised line through there, allows Jack to get away. Does still manage to keep in the DRS though. Right, we'll quickly check penalties for these two guys. Captain Nick warning. Clerpiar 3 seconds. So actually, Captain Nick is going to get 4th place. Assuming he doesn't spin in Sector 1 again. Don't want to jinx him. Jack starting to pull away from Tobes and Liverpool fan back there. We're actually starting to Tobes build a bit of a gap to Liverpool fan now. Captain Nick, not. Oh no, he does get DRS. Only just. Starting to drop down some time to Club PR. So the tyre's nowhere near as good. If he can keep within that 3 seconds, that 4th place is his. His Jack gets a 3-second warning in. And actually he's managed to drop down behind Tobes and Liverpool Fan. So that must have been a mistake by him. Didn't see when that happened. Using that DRS to get through. Amazed that this battle's been going on. Oh, who's off? Looks like Wheeler just went off the track. These two AI are still going at it. Jack's in the best tyres here, but he does have 3 seconds. Unsure about Tobes and Liverpool Fan. For the moment we're going to focus on the racing. Can Captain Nick keep that 3-second gap? Or keep that gap smaller than 3 seconds? Jack looking for the move. Doesn't quite go for it. Don't think they touched there. Internet ping might mean that Tobes was hit despite Jack not hitting him. Looking strong for the overtake, but of course, very tricky corner to overtake on here. Oh, look at them, absolutely nose to tail now. Side by side through the last chicane. And of course, Tobes now left without DRS while Jack has it up ahead. And Tobes will be under threat from the Liverpool Fan. Tobes going a bit wide. The Liverpool Fan does get through. Oh, still side by side? No, Tobes slots him. I will quickly check if there are penalties. Right. Liverpool Fan has 8 seconds. Tobes has no penalty. Which means the Liverpool Fan is almost certainly not going to get any points here. Unless either Tobes or Jack are to crash off. Captain Nick still just about holding that gap to the leader. Sorry, to Club PR. Just to keep that gap down to less than 3 seconds. And he's only got 1 lap left to go. We'll follow him on this final lap. We'll jump to the Structor just before he crosses the line. Captain Nick there, good lap. Keeping that gap down so far, it's looking good for him. Surprised he can keep up on these tyres. But all the pressure's on him to not bin it. Nearly does there. Green first sector. It's actually gain time on Club PR. That is impressive, almost half a second. Unless Captain Nick gets himself a penalty, or seriously messes up here. Oh, didn't see Destructor go over the line. Destructor will get in the win. 4-star coming across the line to collect 2nd position. Chris Panner will taking the last position on the podium. Nearly getting 2nd actually because of penalties. Club PR now towards the line. And Captain Nick gained 7/10 on that last lap. And there we go, gets that 4th position because of that. Well done to him. Sadistic King and JD here. This one might be decided down on penalties. And it was. Actually no, JD had 3 seconds more than Sadistic King. So Sadistic King keeps that 7th. Riccone next across the line. In 8th position. A few of the cars a lap down across the line. Coney crosses the line. Jack FRS, we know he's got 3 seconds. A Liverpool Fan. Ooh, nearly getting that position. Wait. Oh no, totally, it was the Liverpool fan. He wasn't a lap down. Why is it saying this? He did not finish 16th. But there we go. Destructor, dominant from the start to finish. 4-star second, Chris Panda third, Captain Nick fourth. After what looked like a promising race and a potential second. Here we go. There's Destructor up on the podium. Rightfully earned position. Was definitely the quickest driver out on track. It's certainly nice to see him doing some clean racing. I think he's one of the younger drivers in this league, so it's nice to see a young driver racing clean and well. Go Destructor, 4-star, Chris Panda getting the fastest lap, Captain Nick, Claire PR, Sadistic King, JD, McConey, Jack FRS and Tobes all in the points, and Super Garby, Warrior Huntsman, Williams, Safu, Grego, Liverpool fan got messed over by Codemasters. He wasn't a lap down. There's no way he was a lap down, so I don't know why it's saying he was a lap down. Wheeler, Annie, Suki, Devil's Nightmare. Of course, these two paused the entire game. Wasn't really racing. But everyone else, well done to Wheeler for sticking it to the end. The driver spirit we like to see here. Devil's Nightmare, it's a shame you crashed out. But it's nice to see that only one driver didn't make it to the end. Even if two of them weren't making it to the end. But that was the race around Japan. That was fairly eventful. Chris Panda's supporters sure had a lot of nail biting to do. Always one spin, yep. At this point it's a habit for him. No, well done to all our drivers. I certainly enjoyed watching that race, I hope you did. Yeah. Good race, certainly mixed tactics. I think Destructor seemed like he was always going to win, of course anything could have happened. Was very close though in some positions. Also that battle for 9th and 10th, Tobes nearly got past, well nearly got ahead of Jack on penalties, only just. Of course, Liverpool fan getting messed over by Codemasters bug, whatever that was, saying he was a lap down when he wasn't. He might bring that up, but of course he wasn't going to be within the points anyway, so he might not feel the need to. But that's a bit of a shame for him. But from me, goodbye, and I hope you enjoy next round, which is going to be right off. Next round is going to be the finale around Bahrain. So about the same time next week. So hopefully see you then. And from me, goodbye.